After chasing around Pinkie Pie for half of the night, and a calming, startled Flutterbat, the night was over. The couple had made their way home as the night began to wane, taking care of their nightly chores of her animals. Fluttershy fed and bathed each creature alone. The critters were still quite wary of the dark unicorn's presence, and he made no attempt to soothe their fears of him. Afterwards, Sombra and Fluttershy settled down for a light dinner, Wizard talking amongst himself until the butter-colored mare let out a yawn. Sombra stood and walked over to his mare friend. "Come, little flower, time for bed. You've had a long enough day." "Yes, I know, Sombry." Fluttershy lightly rubbed her eyes. With that, the two went upstairs and settled into each other's hooves in bed before being blanketed in blissful sleep. The first hazy thoughts of the morning had begun to stir Fluttershy's wakening mind. Normally she would have been up a little bit before Celestia even raised the sun, but prior to the evening's events had been more tiring to her. Certainly her critters would forgive one morning of tardiness from the caretaker. The sun is coming up now. I guess I should wake up as well. I have to start feeding my animals soon. She lightly left beside her, but her beloved wasn't there. Where is Sombry? What's the heavy on me? And what's poking my face? She thought. As she slowly opened her hazy turquoise eyes, she peeked down from her left cheek, where she saw a tint of red. She lightly traced her hoof and stopped the alarm. Now she was fully awake and realized what kind of situation she was suddenly in. Her eyes could only stare at the ceiling as her heart raced, and her entire small being shook it lightly, and the color slowly drained from her dainty face. The morning had come, and Fluttershy was now back to normal, laying in the giant plush master bed in her new home. Fluttershy was content and snuggling up now with some special sun pony, or rather what snuggling would be, if not for the sharp point of the Unicorn King's horn located right under her chin. Normally, before becoming an official couple, Fluttershy would sleep on Sombra's chest, or they spoon, given their size difference. It's not impossible to see how that shakes out, and 10 out of 10 times that would awaken the same positions they sleep in. But this time was different. This time Sombra had managed to shimmy down the bed. His sleep-to-entire head was on Fluttershy's small body, and the point of his horn was directly under her chin. The slightest move threatening to stain the soft buttery coat red. "Oh my!" Fluttershy gulped quietly, as Sombra had quietly been praying to Celestia that he didn't move. She also thought it was time to talk to the girls about why Sombra was her last night as well as what happened, if it was hard for them to understand. But what would come after she got out of her current predicament? Her forelegs rested on his head as her head spun in panic. "Okay, Fluttershy, don't panic. You can get out of this. Sombry won't harm you. He passed that through. It doesn't seem that way right now. He's a heavy sleeper, too. But it's morning, so he should awake soon. Oh, why doesn't he wake up before me? But even if he did, he would have heavily poked me before he realized where his horns were. No, that wouldn't happen. But what if it did? Oh, he'd be so upset." Sombra breathed deeply and slightly, adjusted his head, making Fluttershy stiffen more. "Oh, no. I definitely need him to wake up. This is getting very dangerous. Okay, Fluttershy, just wake him up nice and easy." Her heart thudded in her chest, and her throat slightly brushed Sombra's mane beside his ear. "Sombry, dear, I think it's time to wake up and move very carefully, please." Her voice had strained and nervous edge to it. Sombra's eyes fluttered open as he sat slowly, stretching his maw, and he yawned. The point of his horn had finally left the mare's chin as she let out a silent sigh of relief. His eyes landed on the yellow Pegasus, who light sweat on her brow. Fluttershy, what happened?" Nothing, dear. But from now on I think I should sleep on your chest," she said nervously. For my own safety, she thought. A sultry, throaty chuckle emanated from the dark unicorn's throat as he gently pulled Fluttershy from the bed. He gently swept some silky pink hair from her face. How about we have a nice breakfast now?" "That'll be lovely," she beamed. "And I think we may need to see the girls about last night to explain our relationship, and so you can apologize to Pinky." Fluttershy giggled bashfully. Sombra let out a gruff and exasperated sigh. "Fine." With that, the two left off to have a nice breakfast for two. As Fluttershy made breakfast, she glanced over at her beloved, who lay on the couch in the living room, and she brushed his coat to make himself more presentable. She smiled as her thoughts wandered. I know the girls to see Sombra as a bad guy, but he truly isn't. He was just lonely, misunderstood soul who needed to show some kindness, and sure, it takes a little time to bring it out of him, but he is really a good pony underneath his gruff exterior, and I hope that one day every pony else would see that too. She set breakfast on the table and went to take care of her animals, who had patiently waited to be fed. More because they were still a little nervous of what going near the former tyrant unicorn. Once that was done, the two ate together, then proceeded to spend the day snuggling on the couch. Despite the very dangerous start of the day, Fluttershy couldn't see it getting any better than being surrounded by the animals, and the stallion she loves most in the world.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, please stay pretty.